Welcome to the THEADUSHOW. If you are watching or streaming this episode, thank you so much for tuning in. I have an incredible show for you guys today. This show is jam-packed with so many guests, and all of them are new, especially I have an incredible guest co-host joining me today. This is the first in-person taping that I'm doing. I've never done anything like this before. I told y'all, I'm like, once I start the third leg of the show, it's going to be something that is even surprising to me as much as it's a surprise to you guys. And I'm telling you, this guy's a drummer, an incredible person, behind, guitarist. You're a multi-talented person with such a great heart. I love his heart. I told him, I was like, yo, you gotta co-host the show with me, and he actually reached out, and I'm like, yo, I'm down. I was gonna reach out to you anyway, but it's like, yo, this guy's incredible, and he's just spending the whole hour with me taping this show. And this is the first show that I actually have put in a lot of work for. I mean, I've put in a lot of work for every single show I've done. However, for this show, it's operating like the 50th episode, and I'm just so glad that he has stopped by. Please welcome my boy, Seth.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That was wow. Yeah, I think that I have a pretty good heart sometimes, but yeah. I didn't ask you to say any of that. Guitar, drums.
Let's just get into some topics for today.
We have some recent news with drummers.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this guy likes killing on drums. And he also has a band too.
Yeah, we're called the Paper Crowns. We're on Instagram. And we are going to be releasing music soon and going on some tours around Towson.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. And I told you. See, I was actually serious when I said that. I was like, yo, I'm actually gonna check them out, check these guys out and everything that they're doing. But speaking of drummers,
we have sad news. Some of you may have heard of recently, but the big band, the Foo Fighters, whose singer is Dave Grohl, Dave Grohl, who was the drummer of Nirvana in the 90s. Their drummer Taylor Hawkins recently passed away. I think it was on Friday.
I believe so. Yeah. Even though I got the news later, I told you Styx had posted that, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
And then I got the letter. I was like, about the tours. Whew. I mean, I literally turned on TV just on Saturday, and they were doing a whole thing of best of Taylor Hawkins. I was just like, yo, it was just mind blowing to see, because I've seen this guy play, but
me too.
Yo, the legend, the creative mind behind this. And I remember he was doing an interview on here, and it was on TV, but they were showing it on the DC channel, on the DC show, and he was telling everybody right before he had passed away. He was telling kids, he says whenever he teaches kids or he's in the room with full of kids, he says yo, if you ever want to learn drums, I don't care if it's your favorite Drake song. This is his words. I don't care if it's your favorite Drake song, the song that nobody likes. If you like it, just play to it. That's how we learn, just playing 2 records. And I feel that's everybody's, a lot of people's story, especially with drummers. Of course, I know you know that. Of course, I definitely grew up just playing to records, especially y'all know Israel Houghton. That's the GOAT of what my inspiration, the person that I look up to literally every single day. And so now looking back at it, it's just yo, I feel what he's saying. If you really want to take your craft seriously, if you want to do this, yo, just play your favorite records, play to what you hear on a daily, what you hear on the radio. And so that, and within him, with what he said and just what he does as a person, what he did as a person, and who he was as a person, because his heart, that's why I always look at the heart. I'm your heart has to be open to so many people. For him to get this amount of attention, I'm not even talking about just the band, but him as an individual, I'm just yo, I'm still learning a lot about the guy.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for him, and I think the Foo Fighters are one of my favorite bands, but I really do look at the people who are involved in these bands and why they have made it this far, why so many people look up to them. I don't think everyone who's as big as they are is good. I think most famous people probably are flawed. And I you know, sometimes I'm like, I wish I was just in a band that no one knew of, because like everyone knows the Foo Fighters, but there's a reason everyone knows them. It's because they're a bunch of great guys. They've, you know, their singer, and they've all been through so much. I mean, Taylor Hawkins OD'd in 2001 and was in a coma for a week, so they didn't even think he was going to make it past that. So the fact that he made it to 2022, you know, I don't, you know, we can look at that and say, wow, he's touched so many people, and it's great that he was able to do that. So, you know, and I think he was very humbled in a lot of interviews. He talked about himself. He said, "I'm just happy I get to live my life in music." And I think it goes outside of music. Like, I think everyone can learn something from Taylor. He really just, he was there, and he was a loving person, and he was humble, and he never tried to be more than he was. Mm-hmm. And he just, you know, he says like, he was inspired by so many drummers and musicians before him that he wanted to be that to so many other people. And he's just like, yeah, just give it a try. If you're not good at it, oh well, but you should definitely give everything a try.
Yeah, and that's my thing. See, don't even go here with me, because like with me, and this is why I was able to perform the way I did when we met, because I was just like, yo, if it wasn't for people like him who actually told a 12-year-old, yo, do what I'm doing, like do it just like me, because all this thing, and y'all heard about this, y'all heard I talked about this on the show before, with all this thing about like who's better and who has more like publicity and more attraction, just because of views. I mean, again, I feel like every kid, and this is just me talking, because I was one of them kids where I was scared. Dude, this kit right here, I've had this since 12 years old.
Wow.
But let me tell you something. This thing, I have not showed it to nobody. I haven't played it in front of live people. I mean, now I do, but it's just like, you're talking to a guy who literally has been scared for people, is scared of people, like his whole childhood.
I love
just because I'm like, it's performing on stage. I mean, people judging you. I'm just like, yo, I need somebody not like to get me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And just like let me know, like, hey, yo, it's okay. Like, dude, you can do what I'm doing.
And I love how open these guys are about that.
And they're not doing it for money. Like, I mean, of course they have jobs, but it's like they're not giving out all this information to other kids and other people who are looking up to them just for publicity. They're doing it because it's just like, yo, I know we're gonna get older. They're gonna be coming up, and they might even be better than us. And so it's just like I needed that as a kid. I feel like if I didn't get that, I probably wouldn't even be like talking to you right now, because this had to come before even this, because this is even scarier, because you got people judging you off of what you say, and now you say you gotta give your opinions. I'm sorry, you want to say something.
It's so scary,
but I'm just like, yo,
no, I mean, the fact that like you can, all these people, they made it from nothing, and so many of them can act like, oh, they've always been this great. I mean, a lot of them grew up in like LA and their parents were rich. I know the guys in Foo Fighters didn't have that situation, but yeah, it's just like being open about how much work it takes to put in, and how everyone was at a point once in their career where they're like, I don't know if anyone cares about this. And like Taylor talks about that. When they were recording the third Foo Fighters album, like he was about to quit because like he didn't think he was good enough for it, because he's playing for one of the greatest drummers of all time in his band. I mean, imagine how hard that must be. But this guy, just from being humble and not, letting his ego get to him, he made it as far as he did.
And that's what people need to know. It's about honestly, it's really about your heart. It's whatever you do and however you put out it, like, that's why I tell people your energy and the words you say and like how you are, just everything about you, it matters so much, just because people are going to look at that and they will judge you. I mean, we know first impressions mean a lot, but like, dude, just being in the public eye already is just like so much. But like him coming up the way he did and still learning about him, I'm just like, yo, Like hands down, one of the greatest. Yeah, he's a great drummer, but great person. Like outside, like but outside of just being a kid, because I can talk about, man, shoot. I mean, he reminds me of a guy named Marvin Mccready who had passed away in 2012. The guy was incredible, like on every single, like he was playing for this guy named Fred Hammond, and I still watch this guy's DVDs. And like when he talks, it's just like, yo, Marvin's like,
There's something like I think people think it's admirable to only care about one thing. And I've never really found that admirable. I mean, there's a lot of like YouTubers who that's the only thing they care about day and night. They care about YouTube, but they don't care about their friends and they don't care about their family. And it shows because, they don't make it. They last maybe 2-3 years and then they're gone. And like, I'm really into the Foo Fighters and a lot of like 90s rock groups who are still around today, like Lifehouse and Incubus. They spend time with their family and they'd bring their family on tour. I knew there's a little story. I know a security guard, like the head security guard at Merriweather named Andy was working there in...
That's my place. Merriweather Post.
Merriweather's all...
Yes,
yeah, Merriweather Post Pavilion.
Yes.
This must have been 2018, I think. I saw the Foo Fighters perform there on their last tour for Concrete and Gold, which was their last album. And he said, like, the security guard told us, like, Taylor was just hanging out in the pool with his family, like, up until, like, 10 minutes before they went on. He practices the drums so much, he doesn't need to, like, warm up before. He was just spending time with his family. And, like, that there's something so admirable about that because you see so many rock stars that, they ruin their relationships with their families and their friends, and they end up killing themselves because they
talk about it.
Yeah,
it's true, and that's like, again, if you want to talk about realness, you want to. I talk about a lot of stuff on this show, and I have a lot of fun. But if you're gonna point out, hey, dude, you're not talking about it, like real stuff, yo, that's why I have this type of show, because I'm just like, to point out things that matter the most, but also to like let y'all know, like, yo, there's something good. And I'm not saying this because I don't want to be that motivational speaker saying, oh, there's something good on the other side, but it's just like, yo, like, it's different when you're going through it. Like I was talking to my friend Nick about, it's just like, it's a whole nother story. Like the feeling, I mean, like even in this letter, like talking about like his, the guy and his family, just like canceling the tour. Yeah, but go ahead, man.
It says, it is with great sadness that Foo Fighters confirmed the cancellation of all upcoming tour dates in light of the staggering loss of our brother Taylor Hawkins. We're sorry for and share in the disappointment that we won't be seeing one another as planned. Instead, let's take this time to grieve, to heal, to pull our loved ones close, and to appreciate all the music and memories we've made together. With love, the Foo Fighters.
And for real, like, I got so much admiration now, especially for him. Like, Kai's an incredible drummer. I keep saying that, but it's like, if you think musically, like, and I'm not in the genre that he's in, but like, yo, incredible guy. Like, my condolences to his family. These people, they might even see this. I'm like, yo, you're like, shoot, Taylor is an incredible person. Let me just say that.
Your dad, your husband, whoever he is to you, is an amazing guy.
Like you guys have really been blessed with this guy, and I could tell this is really close. You don't see this on a daily, a lot of bands come and go, but like,
and they don't always comment on it. Mm-hmm. Like they'll kind of just keep playing and get a replacement.
Right. And actually, it's funny that you say that because they were talking about replacing. They were like,
"Oh no, that's not gonna happen."
What kind of question is that? Why would you even ask that after?
When Kurt Cobain died, which Dave Grohl was the drummer for that band, they all like stopped playing music for years because they just couldn't stomach it. Like, you don't just replace someone with that much meaning. They're irreplaceable.
Right. And of course, no, there will never be another Taylor Hawkins. There will never, ever in the history of time, ever. Yeah. And that's the beauty of this and who he is. Because it's like, people like this, you just, you can't take for granted. I mean, and of course, like I told y'all, the impact. Just do your research. If y'all don't know who he is, like, do your research on Taylor Hawkins, because, like, he's an incredible dude, incredible guy. And I tell you, man, speaking of incredible people, like, I saw the Oscars a little bit. I watched that the other night, and
talk about rich people.
Yeah, like those are those a lot of people on the Oscars like have worked so hard, just like Taylor.
That's true.
They've been in the industry for so long, and I tell you, I mean, congratulations to everybody. I know, like Questlove. I just want to point that out for a sec.
The Roots.
This guy, I mean, like with this guy was literally trying to keep it together, but he was overwhelmed. And I saw, you know, his whole the little speech he had, and I'm just like, yo. Like, I respect Quest just off the drums. Like, I know him. Yeah, we know him as a drummer, but like, and he also DJs too. But
he's also just a great person.
Yeah, just people
want to be around him.
His whole persona is just like, I want a piece just like him.
Also, I feel like to mention, like, I think people that are struggling and aren't the best at what they do, we can't be like, oh, like they're doing bad, like. You know, it can be really overwhelming, and once you get into that spotlight, it's not easy to continue caring for yourself and your family and everything. It's with all the bad influences, and you know, it really is easy to kind of like sell your soul to the devil and just only care about making money and not care about anything else.
And I do want to say this: I'm not targeting and pointing this out. I'm not saying not pointing the finger to anybody. I just want to make that clear because I know people are gonna like replay this back and be like, "Oh, are you talking about this person?" No, I'm not talking about nobody. If you see me in person, don't, because I know friends watch this. I'm not talking about anybody
except Will Smith.
I'm just yeah. That's what we were gonna go to right now. Let's talk about that for a second.
Talk about the Oscars.
Right before Quest accepted his reward. And I'm not gonna show the clip because I know y'all been seeing it all day, all week. A lot. Yes, it's been trending like.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to watch. Like that guy, like you can tell he was really upset. He lost it there. He snapped.
Now let me tell you something. I've seen people like repost this, and some people have been making fun of this. But I'm like, people have been taking it seriously, and I know when stuff like this happens, people will turn this into memes and turn this into like a joke and whatnot. I mean, I've seen like people, like I've seen people take that SpongeBob video of that one episode of where they're in that like SpongeBob, like it's so dumb. Like again, like I know people do this for entertainment. Like they'll do anything for publicity. People do anything. And I'm just like, yo, Will for real did not care about nothing. No cameras. There was no, Oscars. There's no security because it's just a bunch of celebrities. You wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Someone will walk up. But when I saw Will, let me tell you something. If y'all replay that clip, the first part, because everybody was showing the 1 minute of it, the first part when Chris had made that joke,
he laughed.
Yeah, but guess what? Jada, you could see her eyes rolling, and Will was still laughing. Yeah. But in the first part, Jada was like,
I think realized.
I think Will like saw her face, and of course. They know each other, but of course they're married. I'm just like, Will read Jada and was like, yo, I'm just gonna knock this guy's lights out.
And she was when he went up for his when he won and went up for his acceptance speech, she was smiling. So like, it's the question of should he care more about the public eye and the consequences, or should he care about making his wife happy? And that's why a lot of people are like, well, he shouldn't have had to do that to make her happy. But in his place, I mean. Maybe that's what she expects of him, and like, that's why. Like, are we gonna blame Will Smith or are we gonna blame Jada Pinkett Smith?
Well, I do want to say this. The Recording Academy did say, well, no, not the Recording Academy. The Oscars said that they don't condone violence, so that they had nothing to do with that. I hope I'm right. But
yeah, they did, and he said that in his apology too, which came out on Instagram or Twitter today.
But and Diddy, I remember Diddy was like, "Yo, we're gonna in the after party, we're gonna make sure Chris and Will like good." Diddy, yeah, Diddy,
B Diddy,
yeah. I'm like, yo, you cool? Yeah, they're cool because everybody knows. Like, I mean, I would thought that was staged. The way he threw that, I mean, I know when you throw punches, I know when it's fake, and I thought that was fake.
I couldn't tell if it was a punch or a slap. I still don't know. I'm trying to look closely, and it's like I can't tell.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, I think it was a punch, but he just like he opened his hand right after he did it. It wasn't a hard punch. I think it was just he was making a statement. But when he was yelling, when he sat back down, that was
that was real.
I couldn't laugh at that. I was like, as much as like I don't think that Will Smith was like completely in the right. I think he could have controlled himself more. I don't think it was funny. Like,
no, it's not. I feel like, dude, everybody I had a conversation with my friend the other day.
Yeah.
It was like, shoot, if that was of somebody that I knew making fun of my girlfriend, my wife, of course I'm gonna knock this guy's lights out. Even though it's not,
it's a comedian.
Yes, but he's a comedian. But like, you're a comedian, and you know when you go too far, and that was too far. And I feel like we know this basic stuff, but it's different when you're taking action to it. So Chris Rock knew what he was doing, making that G.I. Jane joke. That's stupid. I mean, like,
it wasn't even a good joke.
No, it's not. Jada, I mean, like, she's battling with a disease. That's why, and I'm like, that is serious. You don't make fun of somebody, especially if they're battling with the disease, about that. So I'm just like, I understand why Will did it, and I understand that it wasn't right. I ain't gonna even do it behind doors. You expose her in literally international television. Yeah. And guess what? I'm going to knock your lights out on international television.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So I feel like to compare ourselves to it, I feel like already is taking it out of context because, yeah, that makes complete sense. And if you were at a comedy show and, like, the comedian was not making fun of everyone and just picked on you, yeah, that would be ridiculous. But, like, when they pick on everyone, also, these aren't just regular people. These are all, like, celebrities. They do this every year. Someone comes up and roasts all of them. I mean, it's just, that's kind of what they signed up for. So I feel like if they couldn't handle that, then maybe they shouldn't be there. Like,
exactly.
These guys are rich. They are in the public eye. If they can't handle people poking fun at them, then that's not the place for them. Is it nice? No, it's not nice, but that's kind of part of the job. I mean, because look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. He could have made a joke. I think he should have made a joke about their relationship and about something that they've actually like done that you can poke fun at. Like,
I know,
not her physical appearance. That's the problem.
I know, but let me tell you something. Still, people will, and I know you know this. People will still go too far.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna name names right now, but I've seen two comedians that I've looked up to have said things against a group of people or against a person.
Yeah.
And it was on TV, and I'm just like, yo, like, or it was just on like platforms. It just went crazy. And I understand it's your job, but again, you need to know how that fine line, because like it's this, and again, it's one of them things where like treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the little things that you've been taught in kindergarten that is so hard to carry in your adult life, and people think it's corny or cliche, but I'm like, yo, you actually don't know how to treat others the way you want to be treated.
That's true.
And you 70 years old, 50, 40. I mean.
But that's the thing. It's like, can they even get any higher? Like, are they still growing in their career? I don't think so. They've gotten as far as they could. Right. And well, let's talk about that for a sec. A lot of people define, again, a lot of these. I ain't gonna even point out it's not just celebrities, but like people who are in different industries are only known and defined by their work. And that's all you'll know them as. I hope I'm on the right same train as you. But it's like, yo, again, Chris Rock knew what he was doing. At least he did. There was no fight that broke out. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think people wanted to see a fight, though. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I think Chris Rock had to take accountability for what he just said, and like he wasn't gonna start fighting back because he just poked fun of him. I mean, he knew that he knows that that's the consequence part of the time. And I also know that he didn't press charges at all as well. Yeah, but I'm not sure if that was actually Chris Rock's decision or if that was like the police. I mean, another big thing that can be taken away from this is like when you're famous, like you can get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah. Like, Will Smith just sat back down in his seat. Nothing happened. True. Chris Rock isn't pressing charges. Like, it's a really weird situation because if that had happened at like a school meeting, like guaranteed, like all hell would have broken loose.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
But they moved right on. So, and a lot of people are saying it's fake. I mean, like it wasn't fake, but to an extent, Will Smith knew that he was going to win. He knew he could do whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was fake right until he sat down and started saying what he said. And then, I mean, I know he won for Best Richard. King Richard.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, I know they worked hard on that film, and congrats to him. But for someone like Quest, I just want to point this out because people were saying like he didn't get the right recognition. Like he got recognition, but not enough. Yeah. Right after that incident had happened. With,
everything after that.
Thing. Yeah. So I'm just like for Quest. I mean, that Quest, isn't that his first Oscar?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm just like, that's a big moment for somebody who like. A musician?
Yeah, to win an Oscar. I mean, and Will Smith is a musician too.
Philly represent.
Yeah.
Talk about it. All my friends from Philly, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I was just going to start rapping. West Philadelphia, born and raised. But.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh.
I just know the theme song for the Fresh Prince.
Oh.
But I feel like we're in a world where, you have to be a lot nicer to people, and it should have always been like that. We should have always cared about being nice to people. I think the whole idea of going in front of an audience and roasting all of them is a really, really weird type of thing because people are going to get hurt. There's no way. I mean, comedians, like, when you pay to go to a comedian's show, you're saying you're open to that. But when a comedian's coming up in front of a group of people that are going to be there regardless, I mean, I don't think all of them deserve to get made fun of. But
no.
So, yeah.
No. Like, again, it's all about the time and the moment. Like,
right.
You just never
and so
know.
many of the people there are just trying to have a good night and not
right, exactly.
So it's like, I don't think Chris Rock is like, he's not the one, he was hired to do this. There's a much more deep rooted issue, and I think the issue is just
Seth. He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. Yeah. No, you're right.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not. Yeah, everybody got their own opinion, but I know he knew what he was doing. I was watching that all happen. Like,
and if they said like comedians can't do these things anymore, they'd probably be mad and like be like, well, that's our job. But I agree. There's a better place for comedy, and it's not roasting a group of people that don't really want to be roasted. So, it's the question of like, who do you blame? And that's all.
See, look, this guy doesn't even need no introduction. I didn't even introduce him. See, look, he's just doing a better. Well, I don't want to say he's doing a better job because then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, no, the guest co-host, you didn't, recognize them." Like, okay, no, I love everybody that comes on the show.
I've only seen the good parts. I haven't seen.
I love him because he's doing a good job.
Do we need to take a commercial break? Or?
Yeah, we probably should because I'm looking at the time. There's a clock over. I'm like, I think we're over time, but no, we're good. I know we got like one more topic to talk about. Yeah, we should take the commercial break. There's more of the Do Show after this. Stick around. Each other. In the moonlight, we can roll and talk. You pick the place we can roll and talk. On the road to each other. In the moonlight, we can roll and talk. In the road to each other. You pick the place we can roll and talk. Welcome back to the Do Show. If you've ever had to take a private call in public, then you know the dread that comes with worrying about whether or not people are listening to your business. But a new device might have you covered, literally. Currently in development, VoxVox is a box-like gadget that goes on over your mouth, effectively muting your conversation to any nosy ears around you. By placing your earbuds microphone in the product, VoxVox, I sound like an advertisement. VoxVox promises that whoever you're talking to and only that person will be able to hear what you're saying. So you guys, do you think this device is brilliant or just straight up bogus? It's straight up bogus. What you talking about, bro?
All inventions. Well, that's a lie. I think a lot of inventions are necessary. I think this one's like it's a good idea. Because like a lot of people need to. Sometimes you're in a place where you need to talk, but like you can't talk because there's a bunch of people around you.
Dumb idea. You looking at me?
No, I think it's a good idea because texting doesn't always work. Like let's say someone in your family like was having an emergency and you needed to talk about it right there wherever you were, and you had no way to step aside. Actually, no, it's pretty dumb. I'm not gonna. There's got to be a better way to handle it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm not even persuading him. I'm like, well, I kind of am. I'm trying. No, I'm not even trying to. Look, it goes around your mouth like this, and it hooks up to you. It's like, it looks like
I think
a mouth guard.
Yeah, you look like Darth Vader or something.
Yes. So I'm just like, I don't want that thing covered. What is this, Halloween? Like,
I think the people you're with should respect that you need to have a private conversation so you can just go somewhere else. I think that's the problem.
No, but
you shouldn't have to use this.
True, but here's the thing about this item that really gets me.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically talking into a thing where only you can use it.
Yeah,
because
you're
germs.
It's COVID. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to give this to somebody else and say, here, try it. Because you can't wash I don't think you can wash the thing out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's...
Also, like, are you going to suffocate? How do you not suffocate? Does it have air filtration? How does this thing work? Because when you talk, I think you use your nose too. I don't know. That's really... Like, it's interesting, and I get some... You know, people have anxiety. They need to have private conversations, but it's like... Why can't you just step aside to talk on the phone? Why do you need to do that?
But see, I question this where it says it effectively mutes your conversation. I question if this product really does, because y'all be saying stuff about these products out here that be like so great, and I'm like, I understand people be like, I understand stuff is legit, but like, yo,
I'm pretty sure I've seen this get tested before on a podcast where they bought one, and like. You could hear that they were like muffled, like you could hear they were making sound, but you couldn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it worth it? Is anyone going to buy this? Probably not. Like,
I feel
we have texting.
Right. But like at the end of the day, I know where they're coming from. Like, because some people want to talk on the phone.
That's the thing, and I agree with that too. Sometimes texting just doesn't do it.
Yeah, but this is gonna mute like no one. If you're in the airport. And you like to talk so loud, no, you can talk as loud as you want because no one's gonna be able to hear your conversation.
You can yell at someone. You can
yell at someone, and still nobody will. I don't think it's that effective. If it's that effective, then we must have. I mean, I know we've come a long way in technology. I mean, I don't know if we come a long way in technology in this world. I know we got a long way to go, but I'm just like, yo, if I can scream or yell. Even though I wouldn't do that over the phone, it effectively mutes my conversation, then this needs to be the #1 bestseller.
Do we know who invented this?
We don't.
I'm curious if it's like someone really young.
I don't think I should have said that even then because I know the. I don't know.
Oh, we don't know. But yeah, I think it's like our generation is like kind of relied on to make like the new inventions and everything. You see what kind of inventions are being made. So
yeah, it's just like an electronic toaster.
Yeah,
like, who needs an electronic?
That's gonna get hot. That's true.
I saw that.
Hot breath.
I saw. Wait, there's this guy. I love his YouTube videos. His name's FaZe Rug. He has this,
Come on.
I know. I'm a kid.
FaZe Rugs is funny, but he's a trash person. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, doesn't he?
Can I put that in?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Doesn't he hang out with like Logan Paul and all of them? He doesn't.
I'm serious. I'm not even standing up for him. I don't.
I thought he.
And I don't know him personally. I don't.
No, that's fine. If you just watch it, yeah. I'm just saying, like. But yeah, what did he say about it?
No, he was just flexing that he got a toaster. Not a toaster oven, just a toaster. Like
electronic
calling
toaster. This a toaster?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Wow, wait. Now I want to talk about Face Rug for a second.
I might. I feel like he just hangs out. Like earlier, like when we were talking about like people that like only care about one thing. I feel like I saw someone come up like and try to roast FaZe Ruggs and Logan Paul recently, like on the street, and they got so mad about it. It's like, just take it.
Man, he's saying the thing about Logan Paul. I haven't heard that name in like years. I mean, I've heard the name, but like I haven't kept up with that guy since.
That's true. I'm probably keeping him popular by saying I don't like him.
Because I only know I only know them through YouTubers that actually are from Maryland.
Like Bryce Hall.
Nah, him. When the hell?
Or Love Live Serve, but I don't know if
no, Bryce. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Well, I was talking about the Dober Brothers. The Dober Brothers. That's how I knew about.
Oh, they're from, okay.
Paul, but Bryce. Okay, so I'm gonna show you after. I took a picture with this guy. He was actually at Columbia Mall. He is a character.
I just think there's a clear attitude. There's a clear difference in attitude between people who think they're better than everyone else and people who don't.
Well, do you think he's cocky?
Yes.
Wow, really?
I mean,
I gotta think about what
he's
I gotta think about what I gotta say.
He's kind of quiet. He's kind of quiet, and I think that's how he's gotten to where he is, because he lets like these other influencers kind of like persuade him. Mm-hmm. But I think he's just like the rest of them. And I'm not saying they're all bad. Like, you know, it's an art, but to say that you put in more work than anyone else, is that really true, or are you just like privileged to have gotten where you were because you were in the right place at the right time?
Right.
I think that's what happened.
Well, I will say this though, because I've followed up on how Bryce all started. Mm-hmm. I don't know any of his friends, but I do know just like how like, because I know his friends have been in Maryland.
Yeah, I know some people though.
But I think once he went again, I'm not saying when you go to LA you're a different person, because I know guys who've gone to LA and they're still cool, but I'm just like, I guess he was just trying to prove a point that he wasn't a failure.
Right, and I don't feel like that's the right reason to do
but
that.
But if you're gonna spend your whole life trying to prove to some people that you're not a failure, then I mean, again, if you do that, then I'm glad that you did. But if you're like Bryce and you come off like, I was trying to be cool with the guy, but he was like, I'm gonna show you the video, because my dad was there. He was like, yo, I've never seen this amount of girls come, like.
Oh, he keeps a posse of girls wherever he goes.
And this guy had no security with him at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, the reason why this is happening is because, for one thing, he does have a large kind of.
He has a pretty large following.
He has a large fan base.
And millions.
But the way he handles stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, they take it so personally, and I think I was watching Doctor Strange yesterday.
I was watching Dr. Phil yesterday.
Dr. No, that's another topic. I was watching Doctor Strange yesterday, and like, the Supreme Sorcerer, whatever her name is, the bald one, the bald one, the woman was saying to Stephen Strange, she was like, you're smart, you're really gifted, but there's one thing that you just haven't realized yet. It's not all about you. And it's like, I think a lot of these influencers don't realize that it's not all about you. You should maybe step back sometimes and be like, I don't need to be the most famous person ever. It doesn't, like, it's not necessary, you know? But a lot of people don't think that. They think they should make as much money as they can. And I'm just like, I respect that. But
Yeah. Again, I'm still trying to think about.
You can just not have an opinion.
I want to say so much right now, but I know, like, I'm gonna regret it, like, by tomorrow.
Well, I mean, this co-hosting, I gotta push you to say what you want to say too.
I know, but let me tell you something. Now that, like, I get to meet people, sometimes,
you can't
like,
say that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like, no, it's not that I can't say, because I can, and they can. They don't mind seeing it, and I'll still get publicity off of them.
You can,
but
say,
still, I'm like, I will. Okay. Because before I was meeting folk, I was still saying stuff while I see folk and meet people who are on that level. I'm still gonna say my stuff, just like I would done it when I'm 12. Everybody that says their own thing,
That's true. I mean, maybe I got to be more careful because these people, they'll get mad if you judge them. They will ruin your life.
I just don't want nobody to repost this. That's what.
No, you don't have to post.
No, I don't want somebody to watch this and screen record and then repost it and then.
Who cares? Bryce Hall gets hated on all the time.
Yeah.
And I would still work with him.
Well,
I would still respect
about FaZe Rug as
FaZe Rug. Yeah, he just hangs out with that crowd. I don't know.
I mean, the guy works hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sure look. I'm not saying
he was famous before he met any of these people. Bryce Hall was not. That's the thing. That's the difference.
Yeah. Look, everybody. Look, I'm truly. This is me talking. I would be saying this off camera as well. I'm not saying my opinion because I don't want to be just. I'm just trying to be careful with my words because I mean what I say so hard, but sometimes what I say might not be what I'm trying to say because I get mixed up with my words. So that's why I'm just trying to. I'm like, yo, just keep talking.
That's smart. That's smart.
I'm just like, yo, like, I mean, they're doing their thing in the game. I feel like there's always people who are better than them.
I mean, they are the top of what they're doing. I'm just like,
no, but I know there are people who are better than them doing the same exact thing.
Yeah,
and that's without, and that's the people who don't have the large fan base and the people who do have the large fan base, because some people are on the same level as these guys who are killing it, but there are people killing it way more. Damn, that broke. Wow.
Ooh, we got a headphone break.
That's okay. I got another pair in the back.
Awesome.
But it's like, yo, that's why I never like sitting here, because I know once I get relaxed, it's just like on the Oh, it was only one. Oh, okay.
Might be able to put it back. Actually,
yeah, I can actually put it back. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
We're I'm trying to my headphones broke out.
Yeah, I think they just want to be the top of whatever they're doing, and I can respect them for that, and I wouldn't belittle that. I'm just like, how did you get there? Did you?
Right. Could you help other? I mean, I know some. I mean, FaZe Rug actually helps other creators.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people grow up differently, and not everybody's like race, but it's just like, yo, like, people do need help, and like, if you see it, shame on you if you don't help.
Yeah, it's not a competition, and I think Logan Paul. It is a competition, but it shouldn't have to be.
Right. I mean, I'm not. I mean, if you believe that, I mean, I'm not like trying to like say the right thing, because there's no wrong or right thing. Man, I'm having a time with this.
You said you had another pair, right?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, it's in the bag. I promise. I do have another pair. But
oh, it snapped.
If I put it on the wrong way. Look. I'm just like.
Dang.
I'm stupid. It's okay. Wow, and I can't even get it out. It's okay. That's Oh, I can't.
It's a different type of break this time. Check.
Yep, that's done.
All right.
Well, we I broke headphones and we told y'all
hot takes
about
influencers, the Vox.
Vox.
Influencers
that Vox and that
Vox. I think it means
Vox,
vocals
Vox.
in a box.
Look at me. I'm just trying to stall time, but I think we're good on time. Let's
Yeah.
go. All right. There's more of the Do Show after this. Stick around. Welcome back to the Do Show. My guest for today is an artist based in Washington, D.C. His new release titled Cream is available now. Help me welcome JUSEF RENE. Hi,
what's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing? How you, you okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
Am I frozen? I was wondering. I'm like, already it's about to shut down. Zoom's about to shut down. I mean, I'm like,
maybe I need to move a little bit then, so you won't think I'm frozen.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I'm telling you, Zoom. This whole Zoom thing, I haven't been having a lot of problems, but now lately it's accumulating these problems. I'm like, what's happening? Come on, somebody help! I'm working remotely. But it's lovely to see you, man. Let's jump right into this. How did you get your start in music?
I grew up a very musical family, so grew up singing in church, of course. Kind of started writing songs at 10. So I've always known I wanted to do music or sing or songwrite or vocal produce since I was like 7, basically. When I started, messing around with songs about 10, and it kind of the passion grew from there.
Of course.
I actually used to rap too.
Really? You know what's so funny? I thought you were a rapper, but see why you can't assume.
A lot of people do though.
You can't assume though. You can't assume. You don't know. Everybody's full of surprises. You just never know. But I know that I know you're not a rapper. That's not what you do. You're a songwriter. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, definitely a singer to my heart. But I still write rhymes every now and again too, though. But I love singing though.
Of course. I mean, I thought that's your heart. That's where
Definitely
that's where you're at right now. Yeah, man. Well, let's talk about this new series, man. You got this new series you're starting titled Cozy Covers. What made you want to start this series?
It was a few songs, because usually I'm not a big fan of doing recording cover songs. Every now and again, because I used to run an open mic, I would sing a cover song here and there, but it's never been my favorite thing to do, because I love creating and I love innovating. So I felt like if I do it, I would have to really, really do it, completely change the whole vibe, but keep the integrity of the song, because I get bored fast. So therefore, but Cozy Covers is really just my favorite cover songs that I'm probably gonna continue on with the series, but something I shoot in my studio, basically.
Yeah,
my recording studio.
I can tell you're very versatile the way you're sounding about this new series. You're going to be very versatile with what you're choosing and stuff. And that's good, man. I'm glad you're open. You're open to a lot of people. I know a lot of people that I know that are open to a lot of new music and a lot of stuff that is not, in their development and their in what they work in their genre. So it's lovely to hear that. I can't wait. I really can't wait to hear what comes out from you on that, man. Let's talk about your new release that is out right now. titled Cream. Why this title?
Oh, actually, it's an acronym. I mean, it may not be written that way, but I did it on purpose, because I want people to ask questions. Because I want them, right away they're probably going to think something derogatory, but that's what I want them to think, because I like to play on words anyway. And I love metaphors. So, yeah, it's an acronym. It means creating real emotional attachments musically. So,
wait, hold on. Say that again. What?
Creating real emotional attachments musically. So it's bringing that emotion back to music, because I feel like, I wouldn't say completely lost, because R&B I feel like is coming back. But for me, I had to rekindle that feeling. I've been doing it so long. It had just become a thing, like second nature. I can get in and make a song convincing, but I personally wasn't feeling the song. But no one else would know that. It's just I had gotten so used to it, I kind of lost myself a little bit trying to jump on trends, something I've never done. Which none of that stuff really came out. So it's because I'm real particular about the music I put out. So it's I had to go back to the drawing board, and Cream was one of the batch of songs where I had to refine that passion for music again. So that's why I came up with that title.
Well, I love that acronym. Say it one more time. I'm going to take that with me by the time I leave.
Creating real emotional attachments musically.
Okay, hold on. I want to say it myself. Creating real,
emotional
attachments musically. Yeah, man. I'm the man, bro. Yeah. All right, I'm taking that with me. I know. I already know. By the time, look, I'm gonna watch this taping back again. I'm gonna have it like all memorized. I'm like, y'all need to get with this, man. Like, this is not even just about the track or the record. This is just like life, and I love that you're taking that and you're applying it. I love what you're doing, man, and congrats on the new release, and also just keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for stopping by the show and hanging out with me for a few minutes, bro.
I appreciate it.
Cream is available now on all streaming platforms. JUSEF, RENE, everybody, stick around. There's more of the Do Show after this. Welcome back to the Do Show. My guest for today is an artist, a songwriter who caught my attention with one of his latest releases titled Never Ends. I'm so excited that he's stopping by the show today since he has a brand new release titled Tell Me, which is available now everywhere music is sold. Help me welcome SIDNEY to the show. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. Virtually. It's weird doing this virtually. I feel like every time I do this, it's always I try to act normal. It's weird. I'll tell you this right now. When I watch this show, I can watch it and not feel weird about it. But when you're doing it, it's just like,
yeah.
It's like filming a music video or whatever. It's just like
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I really appreciate what you're doing, and I love everything you're doing. What's up? How you doing? Like, you're busy. This guy's a busy guy. He knows what he's doing. It's like he's working. He's in the middle. I know you're in the middle of working right now. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. Like you just said, I'm at the studio right now working on a new single. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just trying to stay busy, trying to keep going up, all that,
I feel like, you know what? I feel like you're not even trying to stay busy. I feel like you just busy just attracts. Like, it's like you attract busyness. Like, I feel like that's what you do.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, cause I'm new to kind of just releasing music solo. You know what I'm saying? I kind of started like a year ago, 2 years ago, and I'm just now getting to the point where I feel comfortable, like, just releasing as much as I am. So I'm accepting everything that's thrown at me: opportunities, interviews, shows, all that type of stuff. So I truly just started getting busy, like at the end of end of 2021 till now. Like, I'm just trying to do as much as I can, keep getting myself out there.
Hey, respect to you, man. And I gotta say, before we get into anything real deep, let me just tell y'all about Never Ends. I'm not gonna preview any of it on my show because I feel like it'd be better if y'all just go to his channel and y'all watch it and y'all see what he's doing. Never Ends. Let me just tell y'all, and this was way before I contacted him to do this show. I said, oh, I wish I could sing because it was like, I do everything else, but this is like your vocal arrangement, the whole arrangement, the whole, just the idea behind it. I just love your soulfulness. Like you started talking, I was like, I'm gonna be able to tell without even seeing him that this is the guy. But I'm like, you have like this voice where not everybody can like not everybody can do what you do, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that bit, it's that special thing, it's that click, and I love that. And that's when I heard, let me see if this is right. Yeah, when I heard about Never Ends and I saw the music video, besides the music video, just the song in itself, I was just like, the runs, the arrangement, the whole thing. How congrats on that. I love that.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, me and the producer, we kind of worked on it, and it took it truly took like a week just to put everything together, just get the idea together. And I mean, when I actually sat and did the vocals for that, we knew this is a little bit more special compared to the other songs we made. So we, especially even now, we still promote it, even though I have a new single out, Tell Me. Never Ends, I still feels like that, that track that truly is that deal for real for me.
You guys are missing out if you guys are not just checking out what he does, because it's so just like I'm not even fronting. Like I was just right before we started taping, I was just like, yo, this guy actually like is on my show. Like this is the guy. Like for real, like bro.
That's
like
how I feel being on the DUSHOW, man. I'm telling you,
like
man.
I admire your work. It's just in the few moments that like I've seen you do what you do. I'm just like, again, like what you do is incredible. I'm bad. See, this is what. Okay, let me tell you. Can I tell you why I'm stuttering? I've watched. I'm not being. I don't want to sound like I'm fangirling, but I'm just gonna be honest. I've watched that. I've been putting that song on repeat, not because of this show, but just because like when I know I like something, I'm just like, yo, I can't even sing it. Like, but it's just like the smoothness. I'm just like, you know, it just be like that sometimes. Out, man. It just be like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm interrupting you, and you want to say something.
No, you good, bro.
No.
Good, I'm just, they need to feel what you feeling. They need to go stream it so they can feel what you feeling.
Nah, and I'm serious. Y'all can tell. I don't. For one thing, I don't do this with every. Again, I have respect for everybody, but I don't do this for every artist. I'm gonna stop right there. I don't do this for every artist. Okay, how did you get your start?
So I mean, first and foremost, my dad has been showing me music since I was a kid. So I've been around music my whole life, pretty much. But when I started making like my own music, it was probably like 3 years ago. Well, I guess 2022, so 4 years ago, a little bit, yeah, 3 or 4. And I actually was like in a duo group with my homeboy who rapped, Melvin Bender. And we had 2 different groups called S&M, and then we had Double Dose and all that type of stuff. We were just making music. But recently, we was like, you know what, I think we've grown enough as artists. We just need to start doing solo. You know, just start making our own stuff and just expand our own creativity. So I'll say, yeah, that's like how I kind of started.
Speaking of working with people, do you work with a lot of songwriters or producers, or do you work independently, or is it 50-50?
I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to songwriting, I'm pretty much 100% with that myself. I mean, I want to expand to work with more people, of course. Like I'm not, you know, I don't want to just work by myself the whole time. But as of late, I just kind of been in my own head and just writing. So I'm really big on just working with myself right now and get all my ideas out type thing.
Did you always want to be an artist?
Yeah, I feel like I always, even since a kid, like my dad said, I always used to like try to dance like Michael Jackson and different things like that. Like I always want to be a star in my own right. Initially though, when we first started, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be good enough to be an artist. So I want to be a songwriter, but I just kept crafting, and now I'm like at the point where it's like, man, all right, I want to do this. Like I want to be an artist. I want to be that. So yeah.
Right. Now going, let's rewind that tip a little bit. You said think about songwriting. If you weren't an artist, would you be writing songs for other people?
Most def. Oh yes, absolutely. I would do that. Man, that's where the money at. I said that's where the money at.
Like, a lot of people doing that.
Not even the money aspect. I mean, I just would do it just because I love writing songs. And sometimes I would make a song that may not even be good. I might not even be able to like do it, or it might not fit my style. And someone else can make it way better than I can probably make it. So I mean, you have to kind of put your ego aside and be like, you know, sometimes you just write songs for other people. So
yeah. For everybody, it's different, and whatever you do, it's going to be tailored to you and only made for you to do, to perform and put out, because it's only for you and only you can do it. And that's why I know a lot of people say to a lot of people. I know there's like over 8. We all know there's like over 1 billion people in this world, but everybody's special, and it's only that one person who can do specific things, and that's why I say for a lot of people, not even for a lot of people, but for everybody, there's always something special that only they can do in this world that nobody else can touch or pinpoint the way somebody else is. And your touch and your feeling on music and the way you present it to the table, I mean, is outstanding, especially coming from somebody who doesn't even like work always in the genre that you're in, basically, because I'm always the guy in like the gospel. I mean, I deal with R&B and I do a lot. I play for R&B artists more than I even make and write songs myself. So I have an admiration, I have a respect for you. And I just want to say shout out to all his. I only met this guy like 30 seconds ago. I don't even know his songwriters, producers, whatever. Shout out to all the people that work alongside him, the people that network like y'all must be really dope for y'all to for y'all to even be doing what y'all doing. It's like, again, like I talk to a lot of folk.
I work with a lot of great people because I mean most of the times I contact most of my producers from YouTube. So like if I like a beat, I'm gonna contact them and be like, hey, I love this beat, want to purchase it, and kind of just go from there. I mean, I've worked with a lot of great producers, so yeah, shout out to all of them.
My guy. Let's talk. Dude, oh my gosh, go get this single, man. Let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about this new release titled Tell Me. What was the idea behind this?
So pretty much Tell Me is like, all right, you talking to your girl or whatever, and it's like you new to love. Like for me personally, like this is a personal song because I'm new to relationships, and it was like I don't even know how I'm supposed to like love you the way you want like me to love you. So it's like I'm telling her like, tell me, like genuinely, like tell me, how do you want me to do this? So pretty much that's how the idea came about.
Yo, I feel like with everybody's story so significant, and I never would have known that, honestly. I mean, we assume that for a lot of folks.
You can interpret it different ways, but yeah, that's like where it came from. Me, like, for real, like, how do you want this? Like, how do you want to be loved? Like, for real.
Dude, you write from real experiences, and I'm glad that it's authentic to you, because you know this. You and I know this of all people. You when you write and you put pen on paper, and it's from you genuinely, your fans that you connect with are gonna relate to that on a deeper level, and that's why I feel like a lot of people are gravitating to your music and to this song and to even Never Ends. I mean, like, I know you guys have been promoting that, but Never Ends is just like off the charts, man. I'm just like, I can't wait to just hear what you're doing in the future.
I haven't even got the final date yet, but we're releasing an album.
You know what? We had the same thought, because I was thinking about, he might just release this record. I don't even know.
No, I'm working on. That's what I've been working on right now. I'm trying to release a project early April, mid-April. So I mean, it's coming very soon. It's almost done. It's like 85% done. So, be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be back on the show for sure.
Yes,
for that,
please.
So.
I was gonna ask, please come back on the show. Please, bro. Like that. I look forward to that record. Please, you might want to, not even please, you're just gonna want to, like, you're just gonna want to. I'm not gonna even have anything to do with it. I'm like, you know what's so funny? I'm gonna be that one. I'm gonna be Charlie Puth, and you're gonna be Justin Bieber, where Charlie Puth had like posted something on his feed about the Changes record for Justin. And Charlie was like, I have nothing to do with this record, but the mixing and the mastering and the whole thing about it is incredible. I'm going to be that one that I'm going to be Charlie Puth, man. Just like, that's going to be me. Yo, I appreciate you coming on. I really do appreciate it. You're just like an incredible dude, of course, like all around, like your energy, your heart, your smile, your light, your songwriting, your everything. I mean, I know you're working right now, and I'm probably wasting your time, but hey, look,
man. The dude never wastes nobody's time, man.
Don't even like. I have an admiration and respect for your music. I'm definitely gonna keep up with you, man. Thanks for stopping by the show again. Tell Me is available now. Sydney, Gilliam, Jr., everybody, stick around. There's more they do so after this. That's all the time that I have for today.
If you would like to view clips from today's show, head over to my YouTube channel or Adu's YouTube channel for more exclusive content. If you want to stream full episodes of this show, you can, since this show is on all streaming platforms, which are available for download on the Google Play Store and the App Store.
And finally, make sure to tune into The Adu Show every day, only on YouTube.com and on all other streaming platforms available. Thanks for stopping by and guest hosting with me.
I will be back.
Yes, he will be back soon. Very soon. Right before season 1 ends, I promise. I got 2 people who is him and another guy who was just, I'm like, I gotta get y'all, because I'm like, I have a full list of people who are like, it's crazy. That's another thing about this show. It's just like, yo, so many people who like I gotta go through and like be like, okay, you're gonna come because I already booked them. This is like, but I'm like, I'm trying to like not go over 20 because I'm like, I'm already at 55. So I'm just like, yo, if I book 20 people, it's like I'm gonna be at 70. I'm like, I'm almost at 100, but I still want to get other like these folks back because they were cool, and I know I'm gonna do like over 1,000 episodes, and I want to remember like the first. It's so hard.
Still, I know it's.
Stay cool. Live life until next time.